everyone. My name is Kirtana M. Bijoy. I am studying in class 6C. World Non-Governmental Organization Day or NGO Day recognizes the inspirational work of the people behind not-for-profit organizations around the world. NGOs are found at the local, regional and international levels. Whether large or small, World NGO Day celebrates all the benefits these groups bring into the planet. NGOs, according to Article 71 of the United Nations Charter, are defined as any organization independent from government influence and is not for profit. Equally important, these groups provide benefit to individuals and communities that may not otherwise be. Today, being the NGO Day, it is indeed a fortune to have amid us a person who can share his experience and enlighten us on this topic. Let me introduce you to Sri Ranjit Baria, a renowned chartered accountant who is an active member of NGO called NANMA. Welcome, sir. Let me begin by asking you, what is NGO?
Namaste to each one of you. It is indeed a proud privilege to be part of this initiative. As to how it was requested and desired, an NGO. What is an NGO? To me, I would say an NGO is a structured form, or rather an organized format of conducting charitable activities, social activities, public service. So it is more of a structural form of a charitable activity, that what I would say as an NGO, as how the name itself says, non-governmental organization or non-profit organization, as how it is called. So that is pretty much as to what is NGO.
Thank you, sir, for the answer.
How does an NGO work?
An NGO, in fact, has a couple of formats or varied styles of its functioning. It could be a society, which is an integral part of forming an NGO, or it could be a trust, a charitable trust, with which where we have trustees who joins in together to form part of a social cause. Or it could be a Section 8 company or a Section 25 company, how it is called under Companies Act, where solely the activities of this company would strictly be restricted to charitable causes or charitable activities. So these are the formats in which how an NGO works.
Thanks a lot for your answer, sir.
How do you associate with the NGO? Your experiences, please.
For me, being part of an NGO, beyond that, having passion for social service, which I would also at this juncture invite and take this initiative to request each one of you young members out there listening to this or watching this, to be part of social causes, to be part of various issues that our humankind is facing, especially in this challenging times of COVID. Or rather, I would say floods, where Kerala had to face a very severe crisis, and now back with COVID and all that. So this is the right time for each one of you to be part of this, or a rather varied social process and service, and to bring that into a structured format of functioning, and that is how an NGO comes. For me, coming or rather being part of an NGO, this is more of an organized way of giving it back to the society, from which I have gained, or rather it is from where I developed myself. It was a voluntary service initially, right from my school days, I would say, right from my school days, with various things, such as a small initiative that I would say, or rather something that I was part of, was taking care of the old age homes, or the inmates of old age homes, inmates of orphanages, where for me it was a passion for me to go and meet the senior members in the fraternity who are rather senior members in the society who are totally ignorant or who are totally, I would say, non-cared for. So that is how my grains of social service began. From there to now, I would say, from being a social worker, a volunteer, and being part of various trusts and being director to various trusts, it has thoroughly been a great learning, or rather a great learning for me to give back to the society. From there, I'm saying for the moment that I am part of a trust called Nanma Foundation. It's a global NGO under by name Mission Better Tomorrow, where P. Vijayan IPS, a very renowned police officer in Kerala, who heads or who mentors Mission Better Tomorrow. Similarly, it is with the Saukyam Charitable Trust, where we take care of a lot of medical requirements for the underprivileged society, where Honorable MP Ivy Vegan chairs the trust. Similarly, it has to do with a lot of other activities and social causes that I take passion for in the society.
Thanks a lot for your answer, sir.
How do we become part of an NGO?
Being part of NGO is like I said, it's a structural format. Few of your friends coming together saying that now let us take this social cause that we've been part of, let us take this to a formal level. Let us now, for all social activities, as you might know, there is a lot of resources that is required, be it in terms of financial restrictions or constraints that you might face, various other constraints that you might face. To bring this or to pool this together and to distribute it amongst the needy, and that is where I feel an NGO or a structured format of social service is what is important. A few friends of you come together, decide together, saying that let us now take this forward and in a bigger and better way, and that is how an NGO is formed. To be part of an NGO, definitely it starts from the grassroots level, like I said, from how it takes to be a volunteer, from there to being actively involved in causes, to be part of the policy making, to be part of decision making. Pretty much it. That is how the flow works.
That's interesting. Thank you for your response, sir.
What is the role of NGO in a student's life?
Especially for the youngsters out there listening to this, I would say this is the right time, right age for you to involve in causes like this. I was saying the COVID times that we are all currently undergoing, the various challenges that the society is facing. For you to develop, or rather for all of us to develop compassionate behavior, for all of us to develop sympathy, empathize with other people, the struggles that we know that the people are facing in our surrounding, to be part of those kind of causes. And just imagine a situation where if your touch or if your hand would help them grow, prosper, or forget all of it, to just get out of their crisis. Trust me, the blessing or the wishes that you get out of it, the gratitude that you get out of it, the satisfaction you get out of it, that is purely the remuneration that you would receive from being part of various social causes. And for children, for students of your age, trust me, if you can develop all these behavior at this given point of time at your age, you are going to conquer heights, you are going to reach or achieve greater levels. So being part of social causes is the best way of giving it back to the society, best way of caring people. Please be part of it. Is my humble request to each one of you, an appeal to each one of you. Please be part of it in a very small way. You don't totally need to depend or put in any financial burden or resources. It is just a matter of your time that is requested for. The kind of people who are waiting to receive help from you, it is just a time that you have to spend for them. And trust me, the benefit out of which, the satisfaction out of which, the blessings out of which is totally something beyond words, beyond remuneration, beyond.
Thank you, sir, for sharing this information and your valuable time with us.